I don't think this Blade movie's ever going to happen. I have personally lost all hope for this Blade movie. I know I shouldn't say that. I should stay positive. But honestly, I have lost hope for this film. It's been delay after delay after delay, and I'm somebody that loved the original Blade trilogy. Second movie, peak for me. Third movie, but overall, I enjoyed the three movies. Didn't care for the TV show. Anyway, as frustrating as it is for us, the viewers, I can only imagine how frustrating it is for Mahershala to have to deal with this. So let's read this article, and then we're going to talk about the timeline that's been going on with this Blade production hell that we got going on. So it says, Mahershala Ali dodges Marvel question amid Blade delays. Leave me out of it. He's probably tired of hearing about it at this point. Regardless of the franchise, Mahershala Ali just can't outrun the Daywalker while promoting Jurassic World Rebirth. Now in theaters, the 2-time Oscar winner recently avoided the question of what's up with Marvel's Blade reboot when co-star Jonathan Bailey asked him and Scarlett Johansson how many MCU movies they'd each appeared. Leave me out of it, Ali quipped with a laugh during the round of rapid-fire questions in Vogue's Off the Cuff. That's a Scarlett question. Although Ali voiced Blade for credits for a credits scene following 2021 Eternals, he's yet to make a physical appearance in the MCU. We've had Wesley Snipes technically in the MCU already, so there's that. Marvel first confirmed the Blade reboot with Ali back in 2019, but the project has since been met with multiple delays. Let's talk about that very briefly here. So 2019 San Diego Comic-Con, picture it. Marvel officially announces the Blade reboot. Mahershala Ali was cast as Blade, later voiced in the Eternals post-credit scene. All right. February of 2021, screenwriter Stacey Osei Kaffour, hope I got the name right, was hired. You might know Stacey from The Watchmen. And then in July to September of 2021, Bassam Tariq joined as director. So we had a screenwriter and a director by time we get to September 2021. Then late 2021, early 2022, they had a release date for the movie for November 3rd, 2023. So everything seemed to be moving along quite smoothly. As of 2022, pre-production delays surfaced. Mahershala Ali reportedly was increasingly frustrated with the script, things like that. By September of 2022, keep in mind the November 3rd date had not changed at this point. Director Bassam Tariq departs, officially due to scheduling shift, but there's a rumor that creative friction also happened in the background. Beau DeMayo may have briefly joined as a writer. We did hear from Beau directly that he was part of this, so I think there might be a little bit of truth to that. We get to November of 2022. Jan DeMange, director of Lovecraft Country, comes on board, and Michael Starbury was hired to rewrite the script. So we're in November of 2022. Remember, this was supposed to come out November of 2023. So we're literally 1 year out from this movie, and we've had to redo everything they'd been working on for the last year and a half. Then, as of April of 2023, Nick Pizzolatto from True Detective was brought in as a writer to punch up Starbury's draft. So April of 2023, still working on the script. Several months later, still working on the script. The movie was supposed to come out in November of 2023. Mia Goth cast in an undisclosed role. This all happened in April. But then the writer's strike halts progress, pushing the release date back to February 14th, 2025. So a whole, almost 2 years later from the time that this happened. All right. November of 2023, Michael Green, Logan Alien Covenant, was brought in to write a full new script. So this is the third time the script has been done, maybe fourth if Beau DeMayo had done one, but we'll say third officially, fourth possibly. The new release date had moved from February 14th of 2025 to November 7th of 2025. This is November of 2023. So 2 years out from this announcement was when that movie was supposed to be released. June 2024, director Jan DeMange exits, and Eric Pearson steps in to rework the script. Fifth time. Fourth officially, fifth time possibly. We jump from June 2024 to October 2024. Blade is removed from the Marvel release slate. Official date pulled, still in active development. So they took it off the board, but they're still working behind the scenes. Keep in mind, this is October 2024. It was announced in 2019. So 5 years have gone by, and they've had to rewrite and get new directors several times through all of this. Okay, March 2025. Report indicates Blade is paused or in development limbo, no director and no filming schedule. So they lost everybody. So all the writers, all the directors, everybody in the creative process is gone as of March of 2025. We get to July of 2025, and now Mahershala Ali indicates he's uncertain of the film status, but affirms he's ready whenever Marvel is. Kevin Feige reiterates Marvel's commitment to a quality Blade project, but emphasizes in not rushing it. And in this article, it says, we love the character. We love Mahershala's version of him. And rest assured, whenever we change direction with a project or we're trying to figure out how it fits in our schedule, we will let the public know. You're up to date on what's going on, but I can tell you that the character will be coming to the MCU. Keep in mind, and I'm not trying to be ageist here, but Mahershala is getting close to the age of Wesley Snipes, who was considered to be too old to play this character. So if we get Blade in the MCU with Mahershala playing him, is he going to be like the character long-term? Is he going to be the Blade that we're going to have the whole time? Or is he going to be a mentor towards another up-and-coming Blade? Because at this point, it's a little rough. I don't see a reality where Marvel has Blade, the Blade we know, as an older character unless they're doing some sort of younger version of him. Especially with all the presumed reboots and stuff that's going to be happening after Doomsday and Secret Wars. So I think there's a high probability, I hate to say this because I don't want to be like put the negativity out there. But as I said at the very beginning of this video, I don't think this movie is ever going to happen. Specifically the Mahershala Ali version. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think they're holding on and not putting this movie out. This is my conspiracy theory. Tinfoil hat, put it on. I think they're holding out because they want to go a different direction with Blade, and they need a reason to do that. So they're going to wait until after the soft reboot in Secret Wars. Then they're not locked in with Mahershala as Blade. I hate to say it, but that's what it feels like to me. That's what feels like is happening. And so if I were someone that was like thinking honestly about this without any sort of like bias, I would say it feels like they're keeping him around, making him think that he's part of something that's going to happen when ultimately they have no intention of putting a movie out with him in it. And that sucks because I love him and I love Blade. But as it stands right now, I don't think this movie with Mahershala in the lead role is ever going to happen. But I could be wrong, so let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with this take. What are your thoughts on it? Am I completely outside of what could possibly happen in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below.